Good morning and welcome to another fantastic episode of My Orgasmic Life. I'm your hostess with the mostest, Gaia Morrissette, and our show is brought to you by ticklelife. To learn more about ticklelife and all the fantastic sexual education that you can get from them, visit them at www.tickle.life. All right, let's get into our juicy topic today. All right, so first off, So I've been getting my nails done. So we're going to talk about my adventure to the nail salon to get my nails done for Slutty Xmas, where I got a penis and some sperm and an egg, and I'll go into, the deeper of that, but I just want to, talk about what that experience was like for me. So for years and years and years, I've been getting my nails done. And for everybody who is listening and you can't see my sexy nails, basically what it is there's a penis on my thumb with some sperm on it. Then there's sperm across my fingers leading into an egg, and some sperm trying to get to the egg around it to finally a little spermie actually gets into the egg. So for everybody who's watching me and can see, that's what the egg looks like. These are what the spermie look like. And let's see, here we go. And here's, do it this way. Here's what the penis looks like. And here's what the penis looks like. All right, now that we're all in the know, and if you're like, what? I want to see that. You can find it on YouTube or follow me on Facebook. Okay, under Gaia Morrissette. So for years and years and years, I've been getting my nails done, and I've had this wish, this desire, wanting to have this happen on my nails for years. And I mean like for the last 7 years. And I've gone to different nail salons, and I've had different, my favorite, nail person. And I had one nail person she's so sweet. And I followed her for years. So wherever she went, I, moved with her. And the most I could ever convince her to do was to draw little spermies on my nails. And that was always like a big ordeal at the salon, because everybody's like, what is happening? Oh my God, why are you doing that? So there was all giggles and uncomfortableness and all sorts of things. So fast forward, my favorite nail girl that did, all the sperm, she actually got pregnant and then went on maternity leave. And so I bounced from salon to salon to salon to salon. I was a little bit of a nail slut. Consensual, but still nonetheless, as I tried to find my perfect nail person. Funny, right? It's sounding like I'm, talking about, I'm having a monogamous relationship. I'm looking for the one. It's so cute. Especially if you know me at all, it's even funnier. Because I'm not actually monogamous at all. I'm, ethically non-monogamous in my, relationships. So anyway, so this is quite funny listening to me talk about this. So anyway, so I finally find a new nail salon. And it's, and for the last 3 months, I've been kind of prepping my nail girl to be like, hey, testing the waters, seeing how she feels about, sexuality and getting a little crazier and things like that. And so my last visit, I was like, okay, I have a strange request for you. And she's like, sure, go for it. I said, I'd really like a penis on my nails and some sperm, and leading into the sperm leading, going into an egg. And she's like, ah, ha, ha, ha. She's like, that's crazy. I said, no, I'm serious. Like, this is a serious request. And I was a little nervous because she does a really good job of my nails. Like, what if I really offend her? What if I upset her? If I upset her, she's going to like break up with me and I'm going to have to go, it took me like 2 years to find the new girl. What's going to happen? But I risked it. And so she's like, sure. She's like, I just need to know when you're coming in next so I can start to practice. So when you book, to get your nails done, just remind me that that's what we're doing so I can get prepared. I said, awesome. So last Friday, I was like, all right, I'm like, I'm coming in. We're going to do my penis and my sperm for Slutty Xmas. Well, I didn't tell her about Slutty Xmas yet. So I come in and I walk in and of course, everybody greets me and my nail girl's there and she's like, oh, she's not there. She's busy with somebody else. And anyway, so she comes in while I'm getting my feet done and she's like, you ready? And I'm like, are you ready to draw penises? And she just starts laughing. She's like, yes, I'm ready to draw penises. So I'm like all excited. I'm like super stoked by this. But the whole time I was sitting, and I'm going to be honest, like the whole time I'm sitting in the chair getting my feet done, part of me is like, are people going to be okay with this? Like, is this going to be all right? Like, I'm asking in the salon, like maybe people might get upset and all this stuff. So I feel a little bit better because in the background, I hear they're listening to a TV show called, I think it was called Red Table. And they were talking about polyamory and non-monogamy. And I'm like, oh, okay, well, obviously the salon is open to having conversations and sexuality and all that kind of stuff. So, yay, I don't have to worry about it too much. Yay. And my anxiety goes down, which is great. So we start working at my nails. And all the other nail girls in there, they're all like giggly and they're like, oh, so you're going to get you're going to get a penis on your fingers? I'm like, yeah. And I'm like super excited. And they think I'm joking. And they're like, no. I said, yeah. So my nail girl knows that I'm serious because I had asked very seriously for this. So she starts doing it and everybody's coming over and they're like, oh my God, you're actually doing it. Like, I can't believe you're doing it. Why are you doing it? And it changes from like, this is, that's so funny to like, oh my God, this is happening. And so what I noticed was the whole energy of the salon started to shift and change, not usually in my playful sort of, this is what usually happens, playful and giggles and laughs and like, hee. There starts to be like this, like, well, why are you doing this? And it moves from this is kind of funny and outrageous to there's something wrong. You're not allowed to do this. Like, you can't do this. There's, it's not appropriate to have penises and sperm and eggs on your fingers. Like, that's not okay. And I thought it was so fascinating that until I said, as soon as I said what I did for a living, I'm like, well, I'm a holistic sexual wellness specialist. I said, so it's totally appropriate for me to go to work with, penises and sperm and on my hands. And I said, it's a great demonstration of this is what happens when you don't have safe sex. Pregnancy. And it was interesting. As soon as I told everybody what I did for a living, all of a sudden it was like, oh, I was given permission to be outrageous. I was given permission to be sexual. I was given permission to have fun with my sexuality. But before then, it wasn't okay. Like, it was like there was some like uncomfortableness and this was not a societally okay thing that I was doing. And it was really fascinating because the whole time I'm leaning in, I'm like, I want this. I really, really want this. This is going to make me happy. I love this. I own this, girl. Own it. Own that shit. Own it. And so I was like, all right, as this was happening, don't internalize other people's shit. All right. That's not your shame. That's theirs. And I just want to take a moment to thank all the love for everybody who's watching with me and hanging out with me this morning live. Thank you. You're all incredibly amazing. And for the love and the encouragement and the support, this is wonderful. Thank you. All right, so where was I? Nail salon. All right, yes. So I tell everybody what I do, and everybody's like, "Oh, that's awesome!" And so, but my nail girl says to me, she's like, "Why are you getting this?" I said, "Well, it's to get ready for Slutty Xmas, Slutty Xmas." And she's like, "What do you mean?" And I said, "Well, I practice Slutty Xmas. That's what I just practice." And she's like, "Well, what's all involved in Slutty Xmas?" And I'm like, "Are you sure you really want to know? How many details do you want? You sure that you really want to know this?" Because, she's like, she continues working on my nails, and she's doing a fantastic job of my penis. She even asked me, I love this. She's like, "Do you want some pubic hair on the testicles?" Like, "No, I'm good." Then, she's like, "Okay, no, you got to tell me. Now I'm curious." She's like, "Just don't tell me all the details." And I said, "Okay." I said, "Well, I practice Slutty Xmas, which means there's a countdown that's on my mirror. And that countdown, is a reminder that each day, and it really ramps up 12 days before Slutty Xmas, because that's just fun, where each day I engage in some kind of, pleasure of a sexual orgasmic pleasure possibility. And I have a Slutty Christmas tree, and some of you have seen the ornaments. It goes up in a couple weeks, and once the tree goes up, I'll take some pictures and we'll do some live from the Slutty Christmas tree. So you have that to look forward to this year, the holiday season. Listening to my Slutty Christmas adventures. And then, and I said, and then I, play with, different parts of my harem. She's like, "Okay, that's enough." So I leave the salon, and I'm like so proud of myself, and I'm like, "Yeah, look at my sexy nails, woo, for Slutty Xmas, woo, for Slutty Xmas, Slutty Xmas." And I'm going to the grocery store, and I don't even think about it anymore. I'm just like all happy, and it was awesome. And then I'm in the grocery store, and this really interesting thing happens. I'm like, as I go to pay for my groceries, all of a sudden I feel like, "Oh my God, I hope the cashier doesn't look at my nails. Oh my God, what have I done? Oh my God, this was not a good choice." I start to freak out a little bit. I start to have a little bit of panic, right? About like, "Oh my God, maybe I shouldn't have made this choice." And in that moment, I was like, "Why? You should be proud of your nails. You should be proud of the fun. You should be proud of the conversation starter that it'll be like, like lean into it. Own it, girl, own it." And as I owned my, my Slutty Christmas nails, this is what happens when you don't practice safe sex nails. As I leaned into that, and I'm like, "Okay, that's okay." It's like, you're good. You're good. It was like this wonderful shifting that happened, that was like incredible. And every once in a while, I kind of forget, because that was like, it's been almost a week now, right? And so I forget that I have a penis. Here, for everybody who's joining us new, I have a penis on my thumbnail. And I forget that I have little spermies and an egg, with sperm going into it. I forget. And when I drop into that place of like, "Oh, what are people going to think?" It gives me the opportunity to like, if they ask, then you have a conversation with them about it. You can just be funny, or you can be like serious, or you can be, I have different comebacks. I have like, "This is what happens when you practice safe sex. My other is like, oh, these are for Slutty Xmas. So it's forcing me. It's interesting. It's been forcing me to truly own who I am and truly like leaning into my sexuality. That's in the fact of who I am and how I move and what I do and all these things. And I didn't realize, it's been very fascinating. I didn't realize that I would have a problem with that. I didn't think I'd have a problem with that at all. I would be like, oh yeah, no big deal. But there's so many ways that we hide who we are. So here's the teachable moment of this. You don't actually have to go and get, sperm on your nails, although it is fun. So, I recommend it. But you don't actually have to have, explicit sexual content on your fingernails to have this experience. But it's really interesting that how much we hide who we are as a sexual being, the way that we move as a sexual being, we hide it. Even if we're, provocatively dressed, there's still this piece around, well, we're supposed to look sexy, so that's okay. Societal sexiness is okay. However, especially as a woman, I'm just going to speak from that perspective. As a woman, it's not okay to be sexual. And so all the societal shame and expectations and whether it's okay or it's not okay start to come up. And I thought it was really fascinating that when I decided I really wanted this, I had no idea that this would be the stuff that would come up to the surface, which is beautiful because I'm a firm believer when shit comes up to the surface, it's a great opportunity for us to look at it and heal and move through it. I am having lots of great conversations with people about my nails, and opening up that dialogue and that conversation has been a really great thing for them, for people around me, and for myself. So, yes. So that's the moral of the story, is that I want you, here's my challenge. Here's my let's lean into something. All right, my challenge to you, my quest. Here's my quest, because quests are way sexier than challenges. All right, my quest for you is to find some way of owning a part of you that's important to who you are, and like owning it and letting the world know it is a part of who you are, and healing, and the healing that will come in. So it doesn't have to be, we don't have to go extreme, but just something where you're like, no one really knows this about me. No one really knows that, for example, maybe something that, you think people in your life won't respect you for, or would be shocked or be mortified, or these kinds of things. So, kind of pick something little, we'll start little, and like, kind of own it, share it, own it, and see how that feels, and where that you can lean into that place of reclaiming that piece of you. All right. So that's our show for today. Again, just a quick, beautiful reminder that this show was brought to you by ticklelife. I'm your hostess, Gaia Morrissette, a holistic sexual wellness specialist, BDSM wellness specialist, pro-dominatrix, a high priestess of divine sexual magic and elemental magics, to come spend time with me for coaching, training, facilitation, all the juicy things that I do in the world. You can find me at succulentliving.com for all of your BDSM education and needs. You can find me at empressgaia.com. And don't forget to follow me on all the social media platforms. You can find me under Gaia Morrissette or Empress Gaia. And if you're not listening to me via podcasts, where you get to download me and I get to be the dirty little secret that you take to the gym with you, make sure you come find me. The show, a reminder, the show's called My Orgasmic Life, and it's on all of the favorite podcasting platform, Apple, Spotify, iHeartRadio. You can find it all over the place. Wherever you can find podcasts, you can find me there. All right. Have a juicy day. May it be filled with adventure and excitement and maybe pushing the envelope a little bit. Mwah! Bye-bye. That's it. That's all.